Alright, so here's the much anticipated start of the E36 build. So we'll sit down at some point and kind of go through what the plans are with this car, all the direct parts that are going to go into it, you know, the timeline, everything of that nature. But in all honesty, so we finally got the garage cleaned out. It wasn't even possible to have this car in here like an hour ago. So we got all the bikes over here. There's 4 right here. We need to get rid of a couple of them. The red one doesn't even run. That's when we were working on the other clips. Chris over there got everything else straightened out on the tool bench, or not the tool bench, the workbench, the tool chest. Everything's back in place, and this thing's in here with plenty of space, you know, like 5+ feet on each side. So here we are. The weather's been kind of shitty. The car has been, I've had it for a couple weeks now, and it's been in the driveway. Haven't even been able to work on it. One, because it's been raining like 5 out of the 14 days I owned it. Plus, like I've already said, everything was just in the way. So today we're gonna kind of go through it. I already have a bunch of parts already stocked up, and they're in the upstairs room. We have like an empty room upstairs. It's full of parts and shit right now. So with that being said, those install videos are gonna come soon, but we obviously have to go through the car and kind of just clean it out. We haven't even cleaned it out since when we bought it. So clean it out. There's a bunch of trash in it. We're gonna take these seats out today, and I'm gonna sell these. So if anybody wants these, hit me up. These are super mint condition E36 black M3 seats. All the power controls work on them. Everything, the mode settings, everything. This one is completely clean, no rips on this. It's a small spider crack on it, but I'm gonna clean them up real nice. I'll post some pictures on, probably my own social media, and then every other outlet like, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, etc. So hit me up if you want those. There's gonna be buckets in here, so there's no reason for me to have them. It's gonna suck for maybe a couple weeks while I'm waiting on seats, because I won't be able to drive it, but it's not even registered or insured anyways. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through it, we're gonna see what we need. We already have a bunch of parts, so we're pretty set on, probably 5-6 videos out, but we wanna go through it and kind of just double check. Obviously, when we bought it, we knew we were gonna need off the bat. 1, because the guy told us and we were pretty cool with him. And 2, just kind of looking around really quick and driving it home, we could already tell some things. So we have all that stuff upstairs, and then some other stuff to kind of get it off the, off the shelf. So let's get into it. All right, so we empty most of the trash out of here. So obviously, visibly, I'm just gonna walk you guys through it. So you guys know from start to finish with this build. It's gonna be a pretty extensive build. We're excited for it. So obviously, we're missing the back seat. Really doesn't matter for us. We'll definitely do, which is nice because I don't have to take the back seat out to do any of the fuel work for a fuel pump and fuel filters and whatnot, which we have upstairs. This will be a rear seat delete anyways. The plan is in the future is these doors will never open again. Chris, watch your head. These doors will never open again. So I know the kit I want to do on this car, it's gonna have a shaved rear door handle. So we're actually never gonna open these rear doors again once we put the kit on here. So the wide body kit, it's 2 pieces. So it's like a rear quarter piece. It'll tie into the handle right here and it'll shave it. They have an option where you could keep the handle, but in all honesty, we don't need it. So there's that. Then it ties into the side skirts. But yeah, back here we'll do a rear seat delete at some point. So we're just gonna clean all this up. It has carpet all the way up until where it's supposed to be. Like I said, we're gonna take these seats out and sell them. So if anybody wants them, hit me up. This door panel is kind of fucked up. It's missing the one over there, as you can see. But the rest of the interior is pretty much there. Good thing about this car is it came with a bunch of free shit in the trunk. So I already went through all this when I was looking at it, buying it. There's the piece for the driver's side door. Here's the other door. There's a bunch of random stuff in here, like the little trinkets that were just missing on the interior. So in all honesty, has a pretty full interior except the back seats. Full to the extent that, we're gonna want it when it's a street car and we're gonna be drifting and whatnot. But everything's in here. Obviously it's missing a radio. AC works, which is a plus. Just needs a new belt, which I have upstairs. There's a window actuator in the trunk, so once we install, that's probably why they had it off in the first place, because they have the full door panel for this. So we'll put that back on. We'll replace the window actuator. We have a steering wheel for it already, but the interior's not that bad. It definitely needs some shifter work. That thing is so loose, but besides that, it's missing some trim, so it just needs new clips. That one came undone. There's new trim in the trunk. I mean, it's pretty good. So under the hood, as you can see, look at these hood latches. Look, it's a button. And yeah, that one's kind of missing. So it pulls up and then it still uses the regular hood latch. Hood struts don't work. As you can see, this thing falls. So I got new hood struts for it. But yeah, it's not too bad. There's a hole in the intake boot right there, so we had to order a new one. We'll obviously have like some sort of, you know, cold air short ram on it, but for the time being, that is literally duct tape, or yeah, duct tape and half electrical tape. So we needed one of those. Everything else in here looks pretty good. The car runs strong, started right up when we bought it. We need a new battery because it was dead. So we jumped it, started right up, and then we bought a new battery. Have had no problem since. Driven it, you know, a handful of times already. But visibly, that's kind of what it needs. And then mechanically, it needs a new driver's side control arm bushing, but we're gonna swap it to E36 control arms anyways. So we'll do all of it at the same time. So you can notice that. And then in the rear, I'm not gonna be able to show you because I got the garage door closed because it's cold. But on this side, you could tell the rear passenger side camber arm is bent. So we needed new ones of those. Taillights are in pretty good condition. Headlights, not so much. There's a full-size wheel in the back. So that's a donut right there. The full-size rim is actually in the back of the trunk. So it just has a flat tire on it. Turn signals are literally melted. I have no clue what happened to this. It's literally fucking melted. Fog light broken. No glass. It actually works, has a bulb in it, but no glass. It's missing the lens on these headlights, but other than that, they're actually in pretty good condition. They work, they have new bulbs in them. But we have a new one-piece headlights to go in here. So I got this seat almost out. The only thing I had to disconnect was the wiring. So literally these dudes, the seat side didn't have the pins. Obviously outside of the car it has the pins. So they just took the two live wires and just literally taped them up. They twisted them, taped them up with electrical tape to that. So I disconnect the battery so I don't, you know, shock myself with this shoddy work. So I got it disconnected. I'm about to rip this seat out and then we'll move to the next side. Just took this one out. I'm about to take the driver's seat out. It's really easy. There's two studs in the front with nuts on them. In the back, there's two bolts that go through the slider. On these seats, I had to take off one side of the rail. So I had to take off this rail right here. There's two bolts like right here on the back side of one and one. You take both off. You can take this rail and separate it from the seat, which allows you to get to the bolt right here to take the seatbelt off. I'm gonna keep the stock seatbelts in there right now and I'll just bolt them down to the ground if we ever need to use them. But like I said, I'm trying to get rid of these and get these out of the way so that I can sell them and get bucket seats anyways. But I mean, literally these seats, this has no tear in it at all. They're literally in perfect condition. Everything works. All the power controls work. I took a video if anybody doesn't trust me, but all the power controls work. Obviously not now because I just took it out of the car. But it's very rare to find these. I'm gonna shampoo these, but obviously they're pretty trashed. Well, probably best is just to get some black carpet replacement in here. But, you know, for the time being, I just want to get it clean. So I got to go to the store tomorrow, the next day, get a shot back, and then, you know, we can fix all that. But I emptied the car out, and we got a bunch of shit. So some random ducting. Center console was full of tons of shit. Interior lights, bunch of trim pieces, pipe clamps, bunch of random shit that I don't know. 10mm socket. Always could use one of these. Shifter, ooh, damn. It's got an M Sport shifter in there, so here's a stock shifter. Don't need it. Zip ties, some long ass zip ties. Boom, keep those right there. What do we got? Random shit, glove, definitely throwing that out. Latex glove, throwing that out. More trim pieces, looks like something for the console. Here's the door panel that was missing on the driver's side. Boom, got that. Replace that. Some random foam. What is this? Circuit tester. Nice, brand new. We'll keep that. BMW symbol. Coil pack boot. Handle trim. Oh, look, look, look. There we go. Look at that. Another random socket. What is this? This is 11? 12. Perfect. Getting free tools. Got us some press stone, some oil, which we're definitely throwing out. It's probably one of the worst oils to use in a Beamer. Shit, got some brand new, like, look like Scotch-Brites or sponge pads, something like that. Bunch of shit. Injectors. We got lights. I don't even know what kind of lights these are. Another injector. Coils. Look at this. Boom. Ratchet. Hey, honestly, I'd say we're a come up right now. I mean, if we just account for all of this and those seats, shit, we're already up on money on this car. More duct pieces. I got the trim. It's a little bent, but that's the trim for right there. So we'll bend it back or just buy a new one. I can't see this being expensive. And I already have some of these clips in the drawer somewhere. So they're just dry rotted. That's why this came off in the first place. There's supposed to be a little clamp on the end of this, like a little green one. Oh, look, goody. Yeah. So we'll have to pull those out the best we can, or even drill out the little things. But more duct. I don't know where all this ducting goes, but we'll find out. More. I definitely know where these two pieces go. Here's the door trim. Here's the door panel. For the other side, I have this speaker that I found. I have the door handle over here. I have the switches, and I even have that little piece over here. So we'll have to take the handle off, or maybe just kind of squeeze it under. But boom, I got that. I got the door handle piece right here. I got the speaker somewhere. Where'd it go? Ooh, right there. Got the speaker right there. The window actuators in the trunk. What are these? What is this? More interior pieces? Boom, I got another door card. I think I actually want to convert to the Condor door cards. They're very, very sleek. They're super similar to the Street Faction ones. They just have the cutout, and it maintains a stock little trim piece with the stock door handle. And then where these handles go, it's like a jet tag tongue, like a really nice one. And I think I'm gonna go to those. I think it'll just be a clean look, especially since the rear seats, obviously this is gonna be, you know, tracked, it's gonna be drifted, but it's definitely still gonna be street legal. So with the rear seats, obviously there isn't any, and we're gonna delete this, have a rear seat delete, super similar to Street Faction. I don't believe they make one. We'll see what other companies make one, or if not, we'll just make our own out of either aluminum or ABS or whatever. So I think kind of just stay uniform with that look. The door cards would be nice, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how much I can clean these up and see if they mount up correctly. And if they look nice, I mean, honestly, this isn't much weight at all. This thing probably weighs 4 pounds. So I don't even need the speakers or anything. But if it mounts up nice and looks nice, then, you know, I don't see a problem. Hold off on the door cards, or maybe not even, because I do like the street look of it. So literally the other one is just missing that trim piece, and I have that one as well. It's in the trunk. So I think I'm just gonna throw all this shit back in the trunk because I don't need it all over clutter in my garage that I just cleaned. And since the vacuum took a shit, there's not much I could do. I think probably what I'll do is I'll take this other hood pin out tonight. It's late. I have some. It's 10:54. So what I'll probably do is I'm not going to cut, but I'll mask this off, take that other one off, and I'll measure up the new, we have the arrow latches, the ones where you press the button and the latch flips up and they lock. Nice metal latches. We had to go with something a little bit bigger because we have to obviously cover the existing holes. So I don't know if I'm going to mount them sideways or straight up and down. Probably straight up and down in line with this hood body line right here. But I'll probably mask those off, and then, you know, we can cut them tomorrow since it's late. But put you on the tripod.